just really accessible. It's smooth, wide, and it's asphalt with like brick lining on the edge. So it's really, really nice.
Officially worn out like a quarter mile to go. Uphill.
Really cool trail. A little bit narrow in some spots, but I could get through. But really not too rocky. The edges are, but not in the middle.
All right, so we're headed into Bryce National Park.
Yeah,
Yay.
We found a really cool campground right outside. It's like
7
8
miles
miles
out,
or something.
Yeah.
And it's a Forest Service one. It's really nice. It's primitive camping, but it's pretty developed for a Forest Service one.
Yeah, it's so pretty.
Paved
Gorgeous
bike trail right there.
Yep, the paved bike trail goes the 8 miles into the park, mountain bike trails that Brian and Jarod can reach without having to get in the car.
A couple hiking trails.
There's a lot of hiking trails around. It's right by the Red Canyon Visitor Center, which there's some hiking trails off of that. Yeah, I wish we were here longer, but we're only here 2 nights, so we're kind of trying to do the thing in one day. We were going to come down to Bryce about a month ago, ran out of time, ended up going north first. So now we're a little short on time, but we're at least getting to get a little flavor of it and check it out. See if we can find a trail in the park. There's a half-mile paved accessible trail.
Yeah.
But we're going to try to find if there's like a less strenuous trail that maybe we can get the wheelchair on, so Brian can get down in and see the hoodoos a little better.
Yeah, just some gravel trail or something like that. Or,
Yeah, because sometimes we can find trails that aren't quote-unquote accessible, but he can get on them. So that's what we're going to try and do today. Hey, McKenna. Are you looking at the red rocks or just knitting?
I'm looking at knitting while looking.
Hi there.
Hi, map.
Yes. Okay, thank you.
Here, it's all
Okay.
fairly accessible, fairly level too.
Okay.
It's also good accessibility between sunrise and sunset point
that's
here.
the one I read about. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good.
Okay, so you think this one also?
Yep. And you can actually find parking in.
We are leaving you now, I think.
Okay.
We will see how far we get.
Yeah, so just time how long it takes to get down if you're going to come back the same way.
Okay.
And let me know when.
And it'll take longer because it's
Yeah,
uphill.
let me know when you'll be up here.
Like the Grand Canyon. Okay.
Or if you're going to go the whole mile to the other side.
Okay.
The other side's probably not as steep, I think.
I don't know. All right, we'll let you know. Have fun. Yes, most people just do the beginning part because now we're kind of run out of people. Now there's a lot less people than you saw earlier in the video. So it's really nice because this is more flat, less switchbacks, and you just get to be down here in the canyon enjoying the hoodoos.
So I'm on the paved trail that goes between Sunset and Sunrise Point, and it is really accessible. It's smooth, wide, and it's asphalt with like brick lining on the edge. So it's really, really nice. So you can see it behind me here. It's a half mile between the 2 points, and then it continues beyond that and it turns into gravel and a little bit steeper and stuff like that, so they don't recommend you go on it with a wheelchair. Along the paved path here, it's called the rim trail because it's right along the rim of the canyon, the amphitheater, and it's just a gravel thing right up to the edge with no fence. So you get that little bit of a fear of heights going up to the edge, but it's a really cool view. I'll go over there and show you. This is one of those really nice sections where we're like, oh, if we could get Brian down here, he could do like
you know, a mile or more down here, but it's coming down the switchbacks into the canyon that wouldn't work. But it's just so nice down here. It's wide and flat. I found you a rock in the shade even. So McKenna does really well, despite her Guillain-Barré syndrome, that she can go out hiking yet, but her legs kind of get tired out and cramping up after a while. So we do take some breaks for her, but we're just thrilled that she's able to do this stuff.
Okay, so I went over to the other point, the sunrise point, and it's just as good of a view. I think I like the view from the sunset one better. This is where I kind of stopped. If the rest of the guys were with me, if Alex was with me to push, I could probably go up. It's just a little steeper than I could probably do on my own, especially on the gravel. I'd probably lose traction. But if one of the family was here, yeah, they could push me up. It'd be no problem. But by myself, I just gotta, stop and go a different direction or do something else.
So we came from over there. Can we see those little tiny people? Officially worn out like a quarter mile to go uphill.
How was your hike?
Good. Get close to that.
Was it?
Yeah.
There's lots of switchbacks.
Well, that was terrible when we started.
Yeah.
That back up wasn't as bad.
Good hike?
Yeah.
Gonna do it again?
Her legs were shaking.
Maybe in a week. Alright, so I dropped him off at the top of the trailhead. It's Thunder Mountain Trail. It's an 8-mile trail, pretty much all downhill from here. And that's the way people ride it. So I dropped him off, but there's some sections up top that I can't do in my hand cycle, I think. So I'm gonna go back to the campsite, get on my hand cycle, and then meet him at the bottom of the trail. The bottom of it's a little flatter and smoother, I think. Jarod went on it yesterday. So I'm gonna go there and see how far I can get up, and then hopefully meet up with him partway, and then turn around and come back a couple of miles down the trail, get some off-road practice in. But I'm only riding it a mile to the trailhead of the off-road.
Oh, well, because you could go the other direction for miles and miles and miles.
Yeah.
Go into the park.
Well, maybe if I can't get far on the off-road one, maybe when I come back I'll go up that way.
Yeah.
A couple miles. Checked out this off-road trail at the bottom. Dropped Jarod off at the top. So from the bottom I made it maybe a half mile. Really cool trail. A little bit narrow in some spots, but I could get through. But really not too rocky. The edges are, but not in the middle. And then flowy, a little bit of a wash that I went across, and that was doable. Then I got up here beyond the half mile or whatever it was, and it got just kind of a little bit narrower. And a drop off, not a huge drop off, but if I dropped the wheel down there, I'd go tumbling down the side of the hill. So, and it was steeper uphill as well. So I decided to turn around here. I'm going to wait for Jarod. I'm just off the trail, so I'm going to wait for him to come by and ride down the rest with him. And then since I didn't get much of a workout, maybe I'll ride a couple miles on the Paved Trail down along the road.
So a little different start to today's travel day. We are leaving Bryce in the Red Canyon, but we only have about an 80-mile drive over to Knob. So what we thought is we had to check out of the camping area at 11, but we can also still go into Bryce. So we thought we're gonna go over there. Jarod didn't get to check it out yesterday, of course, because he was working. What's great here at Bryce is about 2 miles outside the main entrance at a place called Ruby's. You can stop. There's a big parking lot with a shuttle stop area, so you can just park your RV even if you're just driving through and want to go in for the day. Take the shuttle in and explore the park, or you can rent an e-bike right here and then ride the bike path in and explore the park that way too.
we're headed for Kanab today to stay at the Best Friends Animal Sanctuary campground. All right, Karma.